she texted me. She's like, "Do you want to go see the new Avatar movie, Way of Water, on this day?" And I'm like, "No."
Are you not an Avatar guy, Tim?
Dude, the story sucks. They're like visually beautiful.
I disagree
Visually
with
beautiful.
you. I disagree with you.
What?
I love Avatar. It's like it's my wife and I's movie. So
Flash feels the same way. Him and I've insulted him similarly. Noah looks so funny right now.
yeah, here, someone get a picture. Hold on.
Oh my word!
Don't fail me now.
Get it.
All right, I got one.
All right, nice. Let's no,
good,
he's back.
good.
I was gonna take one.
No.
Here,
Oh man, when you had the dirtiest face.
Hold on. No, it's just wasting time.
Oh, you caught it just after, Kieran.
Yeah.
I have fundamental issues with the first story.
Well,
And you can write a good story all you want, but if you name something fucking unobtainium because of how hard it is to obtain, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I can't. I have a very hard time looking past that.
That felt like it was a writer's note that never got updated. You know what I mean? Like in the early drafts, they were like, and then they're looking for this thing. I don't know. We'll call it unobtainium for now. And no one circled back to it.
No one corrected it. It made its way into the script, and everyone said it. And, yeah.
So
But
just
don't
to
get me
know,
wrong.
We'll change it later in post. Never
Yeah.
happens.
What's up, Kieran?
just know we are live.
yeah,
we are.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Hey guys!
Avatar 2 coming to theater.
Way of the Water.
Good
Check it
for
out.
What's the rest?
I can't wait. I'm actually excited. I am gonna go sit. We have a movie tavern out here.
James Cameron, cool dude. I love Flight of Passage at Disney World. Best ride. But
Not anymore.
not a good story. I know.
That's it. You're gonna have some private military company come rocking up to your house now.
Text about how
Yeah.
snobbish I am.
Exoskeleton suits.
I love you. My wife says I'm a snob.
I'm with her.
Ugh.
No.
My Heather?
All right.
He agrees with you.
Okay.
Love you too.
Um,
All right.
all right. I guess we'll start. Welcome to Dorothian Divide, chapter 23. Previously, you guys had traveled to the Ivory Plains, where you met some members of the Road and destroyed them, but not before seeing where they were headed, this large tower known as the Tower of the Oracle. You went in, smited them as they were interrogating
I
this
believe the correct word
woman.
is smote.
You smote them. You smitten them. But not before Finch fell in battle, dead on the floor. After cleaning up the rest of them, you were sort of stunned in your tracks before this woman started calling you by your names and sort of arranging things, and she pulled out this arm and just threw it on the floor, told you guys to rest up, acting very strangely. Eventually she told you who she was, and that she was the owner of the title of the Oracle, and this was her establishment, the Tower of the Oracle. And she told, oh, the emojis. After some conversation, it was deduced by you folks that Fuck or someone, but she implied Buck would need to undergo a physical transformation, if you will. by removing his own arm and replacing it with this 6-fingered stone arm, though it is missing 4 of its fingers. That happened gruesomely, and then he used the arm to perform some sort of ritual, bringing Finch back to life. Not unscathed, but looking entirely differently, with gray skin, a beard, long hair, white eyes, and probably 2 feet taller, and many pounds heavier.
If I was 2 feet taller, I'd be 5 feet tall. I feel like that's too tall.
I thought you said you were like extra short. You were
No, I
like
was
2'5".
I was like
You
just
were like
2'7".
Okay, so well,
Oh,
a decent
get it.
amount.
Yeah.
4'7" now. Still short.
Yeah, whatever. Still short. 4'5" now, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys then,
Please.
I mean, what else did you guys do? I'm having a hard time remembering.
I believe we got a long
argued
rest.
a lot.
You guys did
Yeah,
get a long rest.
That was the bulk of it. We did get a long rest.
And we were heading to Willowdale.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, my last section was called Lore Drop. Rhaenys gave us some answers. The Tower of the Oracle. Vox arm is known as the Arm of Truth, or was known as the Arm of Truth. Vok attempts to prove that we are good people. I don't know what that means, but I wrote that down.
All right.
Unsuccessfully.
They have a heart-to-heart, and Finch apologizes, but I don't know who. Don't know to who.
I don't remember either.
I think he did that. Anyways, you guys had some heart to hearts and
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Fuck
call
had a
it
heart
out.
there because he saved my life and whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I bet you that was it. You know.
I was apologizing for freaking the fuck out.
So also we need to teach Finch Dwarfish. Now.
It would be weird if I didn't know, but
Yeah, you'd be a very odd dwarf.
Where do you get your languages?
hey, at least Halfling is Dwarven script, so I can write in Dwarvish.
Well,
Probably not.
it's like trying to write.
Well, no, it's writing with the Dwarvish letters, but I'm not making Dwarvish words.
Right, exactly.
Where do you find what languages you speak? Oh wait, never mind. I got it.
In the languages section.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I think
Listen,
we left off with you guys.
I'm just new to character sheets, okay?
I think we left off with you guys like packing up all your stuff and
I believe so.
leaving the tower.
While we're in the tower, and this music is so epic for what we're doing. Anyways, as I'm packing up all my stuff and trying to get letting out my breastplate so it fits, hoping that it fits.
I am proficient in smith tools. So I could probably
Yeah.
open it up a little bit.
Yeah, can you see if you can open this up a little bit, Jaden? I'm gonna go find Larsha.
Sure.
I'm gonna say, Madam Larsha, do you think there's something you could do with all of this before we leave?
I think I can. She'll wander over to her supplies, her own like personal bag. You want it shorter or just braid it up?
I'm not used to all this weight on my upper part of my body. I'm usually halflings are feet heavy, not gut heavy or top heavy. So if you could just take it down as short as you can.
Takes to these large shears.
If we could do something about this again, I'm not used to
She'll
such distractions.
She will start the cutting, and we'll see how well she does.
Not cutting the beard with a tear in her eye.
Yeah. She every time she cuts it, you're like, no, shorter than that. She
Yeah.
like
I mean, I don't know. Finch knows nothing of dwarves culture, so
right.
I may notice it, but I don't care.
Sure. She like never goes short enough. You're like, no, I want it like here, and then she'll just like
Just
cut
to
a
the
little
face.
bit off.
Like you don't have to
gotta
get rid of
keep-
all of it.
you
You
gotta
compromise
keep
with
going.
like a nice like my size beard a little bit,
Sure.
but a little thinner up on the cheeks and thinner mustache with more on the bottom. She makes it definitely longer than I intended.
Sure. But at a certain point, she's like, no, I won't go any shorter than that.
All right, I can't say I understand, but I respect it. Yeah,
And then she
we'll go
gives you
for-
just like a yeah.
and then we'll go for like a shorter on the sides, a little bit. Halfling hair or dwarven hair, I'm assuming is curlier and thicker, so it's got like kind of Jerry curls, not quite Jerry curls, but like shorter on the top, but curly white hair.
Sure.
Yep. At least some things stay the same. Okay, this is better.
There you are.
Thank you, Larsha. Yeah,
Still too
I'm
short.
very confused about everything.
She'll pack up her stuff.
I'm
Looks
gonna
pretty
need to
good
pack
for
up.
just like literally shears.
Yeah. When I
Not
get
great, but it's
when I can get to my own supplies at some point, because I maintained my own beard as a halfling,
sure.
so I'll clean it up.
It
See a
does the job for now, though. Yeah.
Maybe see a proper barber when we Oh, you guys would see Finch come back into where everyone's getting ready, freshly shaved and trim short beard and shorter hair. You probably see a little bit more of Finch than you did before, but still that stout, round face and bigger ears of a dwarf, and white eyes, no color, just black pupil, white irises, and white rest of the eyeball. Ugh. Is everyone ready to go?
Before we actually leave and make it quick, colors of this tower, because I'm taking any curtain to make, something to cover me, because most
Sure.
of mine were ripped off in the battle,
Um,
and I definitely want to cover my arm, my left.
I'm sure there's some spare bandit clothing.
yeah.
about?
So
I was
she'll
more
grab you
looking
some,
for
like-
colors. What colors am I wearing now?
if you're grabbing from her supplies and like from the tower, probably like yellows. She has, like,
Yellows.
yellow banners.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
Yellow, goldish, sort of somewhere in there.
Sure.
Like Tim's
Do
shirt.
do my clothes fit me? They don't.
They're
right?
tight. They're tight.
I'm gonna take.
You got, like,
Well, Finch wore. I'll say more than likely the pants. Oh, this is great. The pants and shirt probably don't fit, but the waist wrap of fur and leathers that he wears,
Sure.
like, he'll put the pants on and they're more like shorts, ripping
Sure.
like Hulk ripping at the end of them where my legs are, because my calf is just too fucking big.
Fat. Yeah.
But I'll wrap the leather, the hides and leathers around
Sure.
my waist again, and kind of tie them off, and I'll just go kind of shirtless, I guess.
I'm gonna say
Or-
the shirt. If you
Yeah.
put it on, it's got like we just got like that bottom part of the belly out.
Is there anyone wearing a cloak or anything like that, like from the bad guys, or
I'm sure we could scrounge one up.
I'm sure I have some.
I could just wear a bare chested, but like cloak hanging down cut the side. You know how like when a cloak's like instead of like 2 pieces of cloth in the front, 2 in the back.
Right.
I make a poncho basically, but I cut
Okay.
the middle, but I rip it up the middle so the chest is free.
Sort of out. Sure.
So I kind of got like a open shirted poncho
Open
on
poncho thing. Sure.
with a kilt, with a leather kilt.
Probably at this point, obviously, asked me to change up the breastplate. I probably can't do much at the moment, but the most I'm probably thinking is just like lengthen the straps that you normally use to secure it to your body and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Extend them up. I'll bend it out a little bit more so it would actually fit round his
Right.
gut now.
I imagine more like
Give me a,
Mandalorian
like,
armor. Like it's like right here.
I'll say dexterity check.
Oh boy.
I'll go shirtless. It's fine.
1.
Okay.
It's not.
Fuck you for breaking my breastplate.
No, I'm gonna say it's not ruined, but it's
Oh.
unwearable right now. Like
Oh,
you'd have to
yeah.
get someone to.
I need a proper forge for this.
Well, I'm glad you figured that out after you tried. Thank you. I'll just like throw it on the cart.
You shouldn't
Nothing
wear
on
it
my
anyway.
I'll go find Artemis. And I'll like put my hand up.
Are you sure? With your recent development, will you even be able to ride Artemis anymore?
Yeah, Artemis is a large
Because you weigh a lot more now.
Okay, really, unnecessary right now.
I'm just pulling out with facts.
I have been through a lot of change recently.
No
I'm
shit.
not gonna ride Artemis. I'm just petting her. Or him? Is Artemis a boy or a girl? I want to check to see if Artemis is a boy or a girl. We have never checked that.
We actually haven't.
I mean, it's a female name, right?
I mean, it probably could go both ways, really.
I'm gonna
It could
go
be
around with a
they.
hand up, and I'm gonna go around to check what gender Artemis is.
All right. Make
Sorry,
a
what's next gender Artemis is?
investigation check.
How are you doing this? No, I'm
There-
joking.
I'm
joking.
Investigation is
Are you reaching under to go?
15. 15.
15. Okay.
I'll gladly roll an animal handling and fighting too.
You reach under, look, feel. You don't feel a dick or balls. So
I'll assume. All right, girl. Sorry, I'll just pet her like I'm sorry. I didn't want to assume, and I'll like pet her fur. All right. And I'll like put my head against her head, and I'll jump in the cart.
cool. You guys. Yeah. No, just
I
kidding.
went from short jokes to fat jokes.
That's it. That's okay. I can get off. Then shoot.
No. You guys begin making your way towards Willowsdale. Is anyone keeping watch? It's about a day's travel-ish. Fuck, go ahead and make me perception, Jaden, you as well. Or one of you can make it with advantage.
You make it with advantage.
Willowsdale, one word, 2.
Yeah.
I rolled the
You need it.
same number twice.
Oof.
Okay.
Perception, that would be a 13. Roll 2
okay.
sets. I would
like
imagine that
fighting
Vok is still probably like as observant as he can be, getting used to walking or mentally coming to the grasps of what he actually did and what
Right.
he can do or not. Hiding it in his way is definitely giving him a text face in the modern world when you're walking and you're looking at your phone. You're like, oh wait, how dare you walk that way? And it's you that you're talking to.
Yeah,
because
Right.
I have one
Yeah.
thing I want to do on our travel. I want to pull out the loot that Wintry made me,
Mm-hmm.
and just gonna try to see if I can figure out how to play it with
your
these
fat
fingers.
dwarven fingers.
Like, I have the knowledge is still here, but I'm
Oh,
trying
God.
to figure out how to like pluck it.
Click, ding, ding,
Drum
ding, ding, ding,
performance
ding,
check.
ding.
Drum.
Performance?
Yeah. Fuck, during your
It's a
travels, you
9.
don't. 9, okay. You don't really see anything particularly dangerous. You see other people ride just along the roads. A cart goes by you, guy. Halfling man on it, just sort of nods his head as he continues. Finch, you attempt to play. Chords are easy. Any sort of plucking, though, it's not coming.
Well, as long as I can get some chords down, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you can get some general stuff.
But
Bar chords
the loot
really
is
easy.
the loot isn't played well if it's not.
Right. So you can do some, but
Alright.
yeah, it's not like impossible. It's just getting used to it. So,
I mean, can you imagine
have
playing
anything else?
guitar with a different hand? Just think about it. I'm amateur hour on guitar, and I can't play
Yes.
with my hand.
I don't even use those finger pick things because it feels too weird. It feels foreign. Like, I can't do that.
I'm struggling because I've been trying to do finger picking, and so I picked up some of those finger picks, and I got an uncle who is a banjo guy, and he's like, I know it sucks. I know you're gonna hate them. Sit
Yeah.
there, just do nothing
Just
but
use it.
patterns with them for a whole
Yep.
day, and I promise you'll get over it. But I'm like,
I
I just don't want to grow my nails out like a weirdo.
I try to, but I can't with my work. I just can't. Anyways, anything else you guys want to do before you?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify the Willowsdale. Is it one word, two?
I have it as one.
One word? Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Lads, as we're going, say not lads because I'm not really a dwarf. Guys, gentlemen, I wanted to talk to you about something. Rowlin, we're gonna be heading into some familiar areas for me. We might run into people who know me. I think it would be best that you guys call me something other than Finch, at least while we're in the towns for now. I don't want to confuse anyone.
Well, at least you don't look like yourself.
No, but if I go around using his name, my name, the closer we get to home, the stranger, the more difficult things are going to become.
Of course. Do you have a new moniker?
Yeah, I've been thinking for the past couple of hours. I had a older brother who he drowned when I was younger. His name was Orion, and I think
Orion?
that's Orion. I think that's what I'll go by, if you guys will call me that. I'll have to think of a surname that fits. But
That is what you wish, Orion.
I'll nod. I think I died. I think Finch died, if I'm being honest. And I'm not sure if he'll come back. But for now, I'll just kind of look at, if there's any reflective surface anywhere, kind of, take a look at my face. My broken breastplate. I'll pick up my broken breastplate and, look at my face. The gray skin that's almost purplish. The white hair, the white eyes, and I'm not sure who I am.
The Big O.
But I don't.
That's who you are. Finch, come on.
Fuck you, Jenkins.
It's all right.
Yes,
all right.
just so we avoid
If it's
confusion.
If it's not too much for me to say, you are, well, we are part of this band, this family, this group together. As long as you truly stay to who you are truly. And that's all. I don't want to speak for others, but to me, as long as that is what you wish to do, then you do what you need to do.
Thank you, Jaden. So, yeah. So, I guess I'll have to get used to it too. But at least I'm familiar with the name, so if I hear it, I'll probably perk up because I know the name. So, well, you'll have to help me come up with a surname. I'm not sure what.
All
The
right.
green bottle can get pretty recognizable the more north we get. Okay.
All right. You guys continue your travels.
How about this? It's probably a couple hours down the road. I've heard you, all of you, paid very much respect to this Anvil Weaver. How about this for a name? And obviously, your name of Ryan correlates to. I'm guessing it's some kind of Orion constellation in this world.
Sure. There is now.
Sure, why not? I mean, like you said, Finch said he picked it. His older brother who died, his name was that. But...
Orion Starweaver.
To be honest, I like Winfrey. It's a bit fruity.
What if we just go with Anvil Weaver?
I mean, it's very dwarvish sounding. Yeah, I like that.
You might
Well,
want to
I'm-
ask his mom for permission first, but it'll work.
It wasn't his real name, dumbass. Alright. Thanks, guys, for everything. This is gonna take some getting used to. But I'm happy I'm not dead.
All right. You guys continue your travels, passing a few other wandering folk before you crest over a hill and you see a small village, a hamlet, really. Nothing particularly notable, besides one decent-sized temple that you see made of stone. These like nice, almost white stones that make up this temple. It's got like a couple nice towers on it. Nothing crazy, but decently sized.
I'll look forward to everyone say, is this our first stop?
I suppose we really should notify the religious side of Roland's area, your area.
Yeah, should we state our intent?
I think let's get a feel for how these people are before we're just saying that we're here to potentially rule their land
Rule
to
over
a degree.
them. I see.
I think maybe I'd be pissed off if some fuckhead came in and told me that. So.
I like that.
Can we see from here who the temple is devoted to?
It's how far away it is. That what you're asking?
I'm seeing if we can see who the temple is devoted to.
Oh yes, very clearly. There's a large sun on it. You would know it's a temple to Sans.
Okay.
But it's a little bit away. You guys have I don't know, a decent bit of travel before you get there, but you can see it. Yeah.
I would like to say that once we get close to the village or town or whatever, I want to kind of break away from the group and
Okay.
do my own bit of observing and investigating.
Okay.
And then I'll meet up with the group at some point. But
Sure.
I'm not looking for
Um,
trouble. I'm not looking for trouble. I'm
Sure,
trying
you
to
just-
find trouble or
He's-
identify strong points.
He's information gathering.
Yep,
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
doing what I do.
Yep. Recon. You guys start making your way towards the village, but immediately you can tell this is a farming village, because surrounding it, you guys have to go through a couple farms.
I'll,
Looks like a lot of dairy farms, lots of cattle.
I'll lean into Rowland as we're heading forward. Now, I don't want to step on your toes, but it would be easy for someone of your stature to overlook a little hamlet like this. Doesn't seem to offer much. But these are probably one of the most hardworking people that you will find in the Ivory Plains. And farmers and supplies are going to be a necessity to running your keep. And their opinion of you is going to be a necessity to running your keep.
I value your counsel, Orion. These are the things that I need all of you to help remind me of as we raise that keep back up to what it should be.
As you guys are sort of walking along, you see there's this grimy, scarred, ragged old man, white hair, thick, unkept beard, just milking a cow on the side of the road. Sort of spots you guys going down the road, just eyes you.
I'll do what Finch would be used to doing, like the neighborly head nod, like morning.
Sure.
But like I probably look super fucking weird doing it. Like
Yeah. He sort of looks at you, and then you see him just like just mumble something to himself, noticing the troop.
all right.
As we make our way to the temple.
I think that's probably the highest place of authority in a town like this.
Just want to say, I'm not going. I'm breaking off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
You guys make your way past the dairy farms into the town proper. There's no gate, there's no guard, there's no wall. You just sort of walk in. You see some people walking around. There's a man in a cart who's like on the side of the road, sitting on a barrel, picking his nails, sort of sees you guys, looks down and away, sort of picks up his cart, and moves along. Where are you headed? Are you going straight to the temple?
Is there any indication to what the name of what town this actually is? Not that we knew.
There's a small sign, like a wooden sign that says Willowsdale.
All right. Now you see that building over there, and Jaden, I know you're familiar with the Temple of the Suns, and you'd think that probably would be the first place you want to stop. But though you want especially the opinion of the church is a high opinion. But first, you want the opinion of the people, and I want to try to find whatever this place considers a watering hole.
Okay. Like the well or whatever.
Well, tavern, like I don't,
Okay.
whatever. But like I
There,
want to see where people congregate and where people drink.
With not even a roll necessary, just a few blocks down the road, and you find a sign on a building that says "See the Sky, Moon's Eye Tavern and Inn."
All right, guys. This is where our adventure begins.
Die?
See the Sky, Moon's Eye Tavern and Inn.
All right.
So you guys enter, and it is a small building. It's got dark wood floors. They got that like classic sticky when you lift your foot up. Small bar, low ceilings, almost like weirdly low. Like a majority of their patrons would be small folk, and that's who they tend to design things for more than tall people.
Good
So
place.
Rowland, you kind of gotta duck your head down a bit when you go in. Jaden, you too. Finch, you still feel fine. I'll be going. There's like five or six patrons, all small folk, and you see one dwarven woman who's at the bar serving drinks.
Is Larsha with us?
Sure, I imagine so.
Larsha, we haven't really. I'm gonna pull Larsha aside. We haven't really, with everyone in earshot, we haven't really discussed the state of my appearance. But is this going to be alarming to anyone else of your kind?
It'll be weird, but
Are my kind
rightful.
unliked?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Thank you. I don't speak Dwarvish.
We really need to teach you Dwarvish.
I think someone else should lead this.
I have my belt lets me speak Dwarvish, but
Yep.
I
Then
don't
use
think
it.
I could part with it.
No, don't part with it. Speak to her. You're supposed to be gaining the favor of these people in these lands, not me.
Oh yeah, of course.
Listen, we
Yes.
want to know.
What should I say to her?
We want to know who's officially in charge of these areas. Who's their leader officially in the kingdom's eyes. Secondly, we want to know who's their actual leader in the people's eyes. And that's who you want to pay tribute to first. Find out who's really in charge in the people's eyes. Introduce yourself to them, and maybe see if they have anything that needs to be done.
So we're gonna. I guess we'll pass as a roaming group of adventurers looking for work.
It needs to be more than that. Our motives need to be. Payment is accepted, but never asked of for.
How about I lead? I'm a priest of suns, well, a paladin of suns, should I say?
That might make them more or less likely to trust you, but it depends on who's actually in charge here.
But I do. Suns is well known and worshipped.
I think Jaden, if we go to the temple, I think you should helm that for sure. But I think Sir Rowland, being the potential lord of this land, should.
Can I help you?
Water.
I just nudge rolling forwards.
Like water.
You muted.
They bump me forward, and
just breathing.
I slip into Dwarven. Hello there. Hi. How are you today?
She sort of looks curiously. I'm good. What can I get you? Sir?
I suppose just some water for now, but also I was wondering if we could have some information.
Okay.
You,
3 waters.
thank you.
How much will
Yeah.
that be, madam? And Pop and I say.
We will tip well for the sake of this water.
All right, but don't flash like the big guns.
Not the big guns. It just
You
come on.
don't need to advertise. That's all I'm saying.
3 copper.
Um,
The water.
Yes. Thank you.
I kind of just
What could I help
look
you
down,
with?
shake my head. That's it. I
Um,
say in Dwarvish real quick. You don't happen to have any rum here, do you?
I don't
Sure
know
looks
what
to
anyone's
you.
saying.
Just grabs out a bottle, small glass. Gives it to you.
Perfect. I'll take. I'll pour some. Take quick swig. See, as you've probably can clearly notice, my compatriot here isn't the best well spoken.
Hmm.
He's learning, should I say? But this is all in Dwarvish, by the way. Just wondering,
Cool, what the
Wait.
fuck's going on?
we're look at us, you probably could tell. A group of adventurers roaming about, seeing what good we could do, and wondering who we could talk to. Such things.
Hmm. Make a persuasion check.
Who is
This is what I'm good at.
the person that you would consider?
That's
to
a
be-
19.
What was the rest of that sentence, Jeff?
I'm just trying to like play out some dwarven words. I am trying to ask the same questions he is. Just
Okay.
You're just being very awkward and robotic about it.
Yeah. I imagine the Dwarvish feels like it's like weirdly perfect Dwarvish because it comes from the belt. It's you
Oh,
know
I
what
feel
I
like
mean?
I've got
Like
the dialect for it. Like it's
Right.
you know,
Dialect,
it's
but
coming
the-
across.
The person's not used to speaking it.
Yeah,
I
but
wanna
the
put this out
wording's
there,
all wrong. Like the
That Finch is
cultural.
nodding his head, like he knows what's going on. He's like, nah. Like it doesn't match anything anyone's saying, but just
Mhm.
right. hmm
Okay. Okay. 19. What was the exact question you asked again?
Saying, obviously, a group of rangers looking to do a little bit of good and pick up jobs here and there. Just wondering who we could talk to for such things.
Wow. You could check out the temple. They'd probably have something for you. You know, dangerous there.
He responding in
No.
Dwarvish since everybody's been talking in Dwarvish.
Oh yeah, all in Dwarvish.
Fuck.
You could check the town hall. Our small council might have something for you.
Hmm.
She seems like just trying to give you like
The
you can go
minimum.
here, you can go here. Even with a good roll, she still seems like
So
I don't know. You could go
you
here. I guess.
mentioned something about temple being dangerous.
Yeah.
So with that, I'll drop a silver on the side, but I'll keep my hand on it for now.
All Finch has seen is a bunch of fucking dwarvish, and then a silver hit the table.
Yep. Yep. Well, we got some folks that seem to be hanging out there a little bit too much. I've heard weird things.
Listen, friends, let's all switch to common because Paul here is very confused about what's going on. I don't want him to feel left out.
It is.
I'm gonna smack
How
Paul
you say.
like on the back of the head if he tries to say anything other than what I said.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, for the sake of,
I'm like,
I'm not gonna do a really bad dwarvish accent. You know, for the sake of the boy.
I'll let go of the silver coin, drink the rest of my rum.
she'll take the silver. She'll pour herself a drink. Listen, we don't mess with your type here. We find it's better to just keep to
Course.
ourselves.
Of course.
Was that in common or dwarvish?
She said it in common.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Listen,
So they don't like humans.
I understand.
No.
I'll
I
just
understand your concern.
give Ron a little backhand on the chest.
You don't know us, ma'am. You don't know me. I'll just like kind of like dart to Larsha, and I'm like, we're looking to do the most good we can for the right people, and we understand that sometimes the official people are not always the right people. So we want to make sure that we're doing the most good we can that's actually good.
You're a knight. Pointing
He
to
is.
Rowland.
He is a knight. From Capital, we've traveled here just recently. From there.
Why?
So this is my superior. He says kind of bitterly. Sir Rowland. He was just knighted recently, and he is on what they call it's a human thing. Like it basically translates to a walkabout. He's to gain good favor of the people of the lands and gain more experience.
Sure rubs her beard.
And we are here to make sure that he completes that task.
So, if you're a knight and you're adventurous, you've got money.
I mean,
I'm not sure about that.
Simplest way.
Not much. Not like you'd think. It is quite a misconception.
We're not given much, but to survive on our skills and our hands.
So you're not the type to have like 10 gold.
Why would we need 10 gold? What on earth would we spend 10 gold on? In the round here.
A house. Or scoffs. Listen, if I can get a little extra payment, maybe I could tell you what's going on if you really want to do good.
How busy are we around here?
If not,
Like how busy
need
is
at least something.
the drinking hole?
There's like half dozen patrons in here.
What
Not
time of day
including
is
you
it?
guys.
Is it like, are we in
It's
here at
probably
like
later.
9 in the morning?
No, it's later.
Can I?
Post dinner.
Is she trying to rip us off, or does she really? Just
You
look. Let me rephrase that. I know she's trying to rip us off,
well,
but I'm looking for more like, is she bullshitting us that she actually has help, or is she just trying to rip us off?
you gather that she's trying to save her own ass. She
Okay.
does not trust you guys, so if she's going to give you any information, she wants to at least get some money.
All right. We're here, and I will put my hands into a pouch, and I'll grasp in my giant dwarven hand some gold, and I'll put it into another little pouch, and I'll kind of like go for like a handshake type deal to give it to her, like trying to be really subtle about it, so like everybody in the bar doesn't see us handing off money.
Right.
I'll try and stand to block him. No, cover.
Tower shield casually.
I'll be
on your
looking
arm,
around,
blocking him.
I'd like to, if she holds my hand, I'd like to pull her in a little bit, just a little closer, if she'll allow me to, not forcibly, just like,
Sure.
we're here. I cannot speak for all of us, but I am here to help wherever I can. And if that means helping you, ma'am, I will do so. And if she opens it up, she'll see that there's 15 gold.
She will, and you see she kind of goes.
Girl's gonna buy a fucking mansion.
Cool.
Eyes go wide.
We're here
She
to help.
like instantly down onto the bar. You hear like.
Oh, safe.
Should pop up.
I'll just casually sit back down and have another swig of my rum.
And if I could have an ale.
She'll pour you one. Takes another drink.
I like almost drink the whole thing. I'm like, wow, that was really good. I haven't had ale that good. I'm usually more of a hard liquor guy, but
Sort of looks at you weird. Okay.
I'm adopted. I grew up in a non-dwarven home.
Right. She looks towards Jaden. She looks past you guys around the bar. Rumor says that the temple's being blackmailed or something, held up by the bandits that stick around town.
What bandits?
I don't know what they're called, but they hang out, show up most nights.
I'll look at fuck. Oh no, fuck's not here.
Fuck's
I'll
not
look
here.
at everybody else.
We'll get to that in a minute.
I just kind of like eye everyone else. Causing trouble, blackmailing. That sounds familiar.
She'll sort of wave over, and you see a young elven woman, dark black hair, thin, looks like underfed even. Sort of walks over. She's got a platter with a couple drinks on it. Yeah, what's up? And talk to these guys. I got some questions about the temple. And then she'll sort of like eye down at the safe that you presume is underneath the bar, and just sort of raise her eyes, and then takes the tray from her, and the dwarven woman starts delivering drinks.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
So she wanted to know about the. You guys wanted to know about the temple and.
Yeah, I'm curious to these so-called bandits. Do you know
Yes,
anything about them?
I don't know much about them. My father's one of the priests' temples, and doesn't speak much of it, but he says something about their tithes being stolen or taxed.
Interesting.
And
All sound
As soon as she says something about texts and stuff being stolen, you slow twinge of anger in the sort of Jaden's face.
he tells me something about threats and how stressful it is, and he tends not to talk about it, especially with the other priests that showed up there. But we all tithe. We're made to tithe. If we don't,
Is that? I'll look there, Jaden. Is that? I'm not a very religious man. Is that normal?
No.
No.
Sort of nods her head at you, Jaden.
I'll kind of let my amulet slip out for a second and fall back in.
She sort of nods her head at you. If we don't tithe, things tend to go wrong. Buildings burn.
Right. Oh. Hopefully, you've been very helpful. What was your name?
Faye.
Faye?
Faye.
Faye.
Maybe know your father's name, the priest.
His name was... Anton.
Is he just a priest, or is he the head priest of this temple?
He's the head priest, but...
Head priest. Perfect.
Sorry, Faye, and I'll put out my hand to shake hers. My name is Orion. Orion Anvil Weaver.
Brian?
Jaden.
This is
Around.
Sir Rowland.
Sir? Just sort of
I bow, similarly.
Thank you, Faye, for your help. We don't want to take too much of your time or make you an unwilling target.
No. Oh, God.
We thank you for your trouble.
Indeed.
Thank you, I suppose. Intend on doing something?
The less you know, the better.
Better for you, in case.
We don't want you to have to lie for us.
Okay. Alright.
But we'll be here for a little while.
Okay.
How much is a
sounds-
room? I think we probably will be here for more than a day or so.
Of course.
1 second. She'll go and she'll check through the books. 3 silver for the night.
Can one room? There's quite a bit of us. 2 rooms probably would accommodate us. Rowland and Larsha
I
all.
think
the rest
our other room is taken.
Right, then,
I can quite
7 of us
easily.
into 1 room.
I can easily shack up in the cart if need be. At least we have someone look over our.
No, I'll stay in the cart with you as well. Rowland and Larsha and Paul should take her.
Okay. Yep. 1 room. 3 silver. Yes, 3 silver.
I'll pay the 3 silver. I'm acting as envoy here, so
We'll get that squared away.
I'm not worried about it. Right.
So you paid the 3 silver. Meanwhile, Fuck, you guys sort of get to where the town sort of begins. Which way are you going? You sort of enter and it flies off. They would have gone to the right to head down towards the tavern.
The first thing that I want to do is skirt off. I don't care if it's here. Let's see here, because I'm a chance guy. One is this town? Is the main road east and west, or is it north and south?
This would be east-west.
All right, so I'm gonna flip a coin. One, it is south. Two is north. It is okay. One. So I want to break off to the south.
Break off. Okay.
I want to find houses because ultimately, and I mean, you guys can earmuffs. Ultimately, DM, my thing is if I can get my family free from the deal, if this place is not necessarily worthy, but worthy of building a home, you know?
Right.
All right. So I want to break off south. I want to go to the outsides, all the way to the outside crest. I want to keep an eye out for any familiar road markings on any buildings. I'm going to guess that I'll pass the outskirts of the main village, you know, wrapping around. If I know the party's going to the church or whatever building they went to, I don't want that to leave my visual. You know, I won't go that far outside.
Right. But at least know, okay, it's either right there in my vision or right behind this building.
I'm looking for. I'm listening. First off, just like Tempest Landing, when you walk down the backside, the back alley from the docks. You know, those 3 or 4 tiers, and you would hear people talking, and this is how I got my thing, right?
Yep. Okay.
What's their mood? Can I pick a political? Do I hear any? If I do hear people talking, do I hear?
Right. What are they talking about?
Yeah. What are they talking about? And the road thing, hence my words, subclass kickoff, going rogue.
Sure.
So I want to say that like that thieves' cant is not necessarily something that I learned, but I am investing into the road cant that I have.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So
so as you sort of make your way through the outskirts and the south side, just going in alleyways, listening out, watching and building. So make me a perception check.
Also, anything that's valuable, and I don't want to steal it. I'm not a thief, but if this place that we've never been has something that has a weight, then I should probably, ping that, tab it,
right,
and let Roland know that, hey,
sure,
right,
right, yeah, this is what this town does.
Fuck yes, fuck yes. Oh my god, I rolled an 18. My perception, hold on, is rad AF. Plus 6, so a 24.
Ooh,
and
24.
I don't know how the arm messes with me, but I will say that I will move slower if I counteract the weirdness of this.
Right, you're sort of taking it slower. Yeah, I got it.
Not trying
So
to
you-
fight, just back
Just-
slow.
just recon. Yep.
Yep.
So you make your way south. You first enter. Mostly the houses are just housing, just families that live there.
Is it?
You hear them in there talking about school, about family life stuff. Nothing particularly notable for the first like couple houses you come
Are they stick built or stone built?
on. These would be primarily stone built. There's not a ton of trees out here in the Ivory Plains, so most things tend to be stone.
Big stone or brick?
Kind of depends house to house, but I would say most of them are probably big stone.
And it's like, probably like a tan brown, because
Tan brown or like maybe some gray, but yeah, probably mostly tan brown.
okay.
She sort of listened, just sort of nothing on the first few. You come to, you see that man, the cart. You see there's a sign. It says Tesson's Cobbling Cart. And he's just sort of walking down the street. You come to one building and you sort of see the sign. It's Fimbic and Sons, and you see on the door there's just this marking. It's really simple, really easy to miss. It's mostly just a line. It could look like a scratch, but it's too perfect. It looks like it's been meticulously carved out. That same line that you get with the road tattoos. So that's just on the door, carved straight down. Looks like it might have been carved out with like the end of a crowbar or something.
I haven't said this, so I want to make a note for the next time we have downtime. I'm gonna do this because I think Vok would do this, but step meter, pace, like in the military they have
Pace
like
counter.
a 550 cord with beads.
Yeah.
And
Beads and knots.
I know Andy uses this in construction because I know my pace and the distance, so I can quick measure fucking anything, and it's benefited
Sure.
me heavily in my professional career.
Sure.
I want to say that Vok has something of that. Now, I will make it a point, because I'm bringing this up, to spend the time to update this mechanism.
Sure.
But some kind of, how far from where we left to where I am are we, and can I still see the temple or the citadel?
So you can the temple would be, if you guys came in west to east and then you went south, the temple would be like the furthest building north.
So have
directly-
I come all the way around to where it is due north? Like I've made that curve?
No, you haven't gone quite all around yet.
All right,
So
like
you-
90
you guys
degrees.
would've- Yeah.
You know, so like I'm at the far south point of Willowsdale.
Right.
Perfect.
Yep. And you're sort of coming back around towards where the tavern was.
I'm going to fuck. One thing I wanted to do before I got too far into this is grab some mud, moss, rub it on these gold and yellow robes
Sure.
to dull them down, because I am
Sure.
not the conspicuous,
Right.
you know what I'm going for.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be walking around in bright yellow clothes for.
I will find if there is like a closed window or a door, kind of, spin my way. Actually, I can grab one of the simple mugs that I have, and just make my way to a window or a door, kind of back up, put my knee on it, cock my head, adjust my posture to be one of a weakling, a drunk or something like that. And I do not want to instigate anything, because the main part of this for me is to find out those points, not explode them. So I'll gain that posture, see if I can hear anything, whether it be footsteps or.
And he's gone.
And he left.
Yeah.
No. But I got.
Do you guys like that I'm getting this information for you, or is it?
Yeah.
Because
I love it.
A lot of these times when when I'm playing and I do a side thing, then I feel like I'm taking the reins.
No, but we
I think
need
we all do
information.
All right. So
Yeah,
no,
Andy, I know what you're talking about, but
right.
I would say in our groups, the types of people that we play with, maturity-wise, I
Right.
think we all recognize that a solo mish can be very important, and I have no problem just watching, especially when I'm like, feeling a little under the weather, and I can just take some notes on you.
The main thing that I want you to know, GM, is I am not going to try to push past anything. First off, I am probably super self-conscious of this massive weight that I now have on my body. I'm sure that's messing with my psyche. However, Vok is so anxiety-driven that, it's put in the paper file,
Right.
In the manila
It's just
folders.
there with everything
Yeah.
else.
But I do not want to do like the rogue thing where you sneak. I'm not trying to sneak indoors. I'm trying to pinpoint tones, footsteps,
Sure.
how many bodies. So as I get this
Right.
position, and I really kind of try to focus myself in the path that I want to go. Cut out all the sound from around. Can I hear footsteps? Can I hear voices? Are there how many different levels or tones or pitches, if any, do I hear?
You hear inside the building, you hear 1, 2 sets of footsteps. One much heavier, one much lighter. And you hear a deep voice that sounds like it's complaining. Can't quite catch the words, but it's a complaining sort of tone.
Like angry, or my kids didn't do their chores, so now I have to do them, kind of flustered.
Like
Disrupted plans or direct anger, I guess, are the two things
more like direct anger. Yeah, more like fuck this shit. I'm done with this.
And with my observant, can I tie that tone to a footstep? And
yes,
it,
that's definitely the deeper, heavier footprints.
All right.
Foot sound. You hear another voice, both male, but the other voice sounds not like a higher pitched voice, but just like a younger voice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
That-
higher in pitch, but more
fully matured,
young.
late.
Yeah,
you
fully
know,
matured, but
mid
right.
mid to
it's
late
like an
teens.
old man versus a middle-aged guy.
Fuck yeah.
And you can see the other voice is sort of, again, you're not making out exact words, but they sound annoyed as well, but they're sort of trying to talk down the other person, like, this is just how it is. It's frustrating, but we gotta whatever. And it just kind of goes like that back and forth.
I am going to reach into my bag. Now I would imagine most of my supplies we keep with the cart because I'm not gonna go sneaking around with the fucking rucksack.
Right.
But I probably have like a sack of sorts. I am going to pull out some of my hemp rope. Actually, I'm going to pull out about 3 inches. I'm going to measure my index finger, cut it, and then I'm just going to place it like either in the side of the window sill or lay it on top if I can't find somewhere to shove it in, like a mortar grout or anything that will really grab the rope. I'll just lay it kind of inconspicuously on the windowsill. I want to take in the block that I'm on, so I gain my... I want to be confident when I go back to the group and say, this house alarm.
It's this here. This is the surroundings.
So,
right.
Actually, what I'll do with the rope, how is the brick? Is it all flush? Is it like a flush mortar?
It's not. It's rough build. It's not perfectly flush.
There's probably no big enough gaps where I can fit a rope that will perfectly fit. So...
perfectly, definitely not. But you might be able to squeeze it in somewhere.
So, as I'm backed up and I see the window, which way does it open? Up or sideways? Can I make that out with my
like,
16
yeah,
intelligence?
Yeah, easy. It's like one of those windows that opens out like this.
Like a casement.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm cut that rope as I'm looking for a place as a marker and I can't find it in there. I see the hinge, the outside hinge on the window, and I'm just going to take that 2 or 3 inches of rope and push it up against the inner jamb.
Okay.
I'll check for wind. Make sure that I'm putting it in the right corner of the window so it doesn't blow. And that'll be enough for me. Here, I don't want to kill time, but I am definitely...
Funds, actually, no, I'll hold off on that. So, okay.
And are we a few blocks off the main road? Like you said, I can see the temple.
Yeah, you can kind of see the temple from almost anywhere in town, right? It's sort of stands out a lot. You're maybe like, I'd say you're probably a block from the main road. You're not too far off.
All right, so we're just like southeast.
Right. Yep.
And then, if there's anything else, I will, until the guys come out, and I probably won't be able to maintain a visual of where they would come out, so it wouldn't be perfect, but I want to check as much as I can while they're...
So you guys weren't in there too long. Are you guys gonna just stay in there and wait for Fuck to meet up with you? Are you guys leaving?
I don't want to. I feel like we just dropped a lot of money and asking questions. I don't really want to stay here.
Okay.
I know we're staying here, but I don't
All right.
stay.
So Jaden hearing what's happening at the temple kind of pissed off about that whole situation. So yeah, we'll want to try and persuade the group to, let's just pay a friendly visit to the temple.
Do you think we could get dinner first?
If you must.
Couple thousand people? 500 people? How big is this a village with a temple in the center and it kind of, cascades
this is,
out, or is it rectangle?
This
How
is
big?
what I would call a hamlet. So it's like smaller than a village, more similar in size to the village that had the Blue Death. Really small.
So
couple hundred people, maybe.
Yeah, 1 to 200 people.
Right, I'd say maybe 250,
Okay.
300-ish.
All right. Well,
We
now
don't have-
now that's on camera, so it's official. So,
Yeah. It's
Jeff,
official.
in your notes, Willowsdale 250 plus minus, and we can build this now out from that because
There you go.
I want to. I'm gonna
Keep
map
me
it.
honest.
I mean, I can get something to go with. Gosh, I just.
I can wait. As Jaden's eyes are slightly twitching. I
Okay,
can
so
wait.
You guys are getting food. After you finish sort of
Go or something like that.
marking this house, scouting this area,
I
you
want to.
spot on. Yeah.
I want to continue to the opposite side and at least make a full 180 kind of scan.
Sure.
If I feel like enough time has passed where I should probably, reconnect, I will. Otherwise, I'll go around. And really, are people happy? Do they sound happy, or do they sound, that plusher, that plane,
Right.
you, that's the.
You get the. Make an insight check for me.
Ooh, insight. What's my insight? 12 on a die plus 6, 18.
Okay.
I am proficient.
You get that people are happy, but you get that people are happy in like they're surviving.
Yeah.
Right? Not in a like, oh, I have a great life. And like, I ate food today.
Yeah. Living,
Right.
not thriving.
Right.
Not the worst thing.
Definitely not thriving.
Not the worst thing
You get
that
like
we could have walked into for our first town. Manageable.
right.
Definitely, probably rallyable, right?
Oh yeah, you definitely get that vibe.
If they're on the on the plus, I won't present myself to them, but when I do see them, I'll do a little whistle or maybe take a rock and toss it at. I'll toss it at Finch.
Okay.
Fucker.
Hits you
Hey,
like
wait,
the shoulder blade.
That's really good. I mean, it's like some.
God, honestly, it doesn't feel as fun hitting you with a rock as it did before. We're gonna have to find something else now. We are.
A rock has got to change into a brick.
All right. Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you hold up 10 fingers?
Oh, I got one of those. Here, actually, on the recon mission that I was just on, I found one of these. Oh, and at the next house, I was actually looking through a chest, and I found one of these. Oh, that's the tuba. All right, it's nice to know that you're still here. And I'm gonna put my hand on Finch's thick shoulders now. You're still shorter than me. Give you a friendly elbow tap and look to the rest of you guys like, we got bigger fish to fry right now.
We know.
Pardon me. I don't want to come off like the information that I reconned is more important than what you guys did. But then again, it was one guy against three. So can we get to a place?
I suppose we'll have a little group meeting and we'll.
Can we get to a
discuss
place?
What happened.
Can we get to a place where we feel safe? Because I feel like now, more than ever in this campaign, these conversations should be a little bit more hidden, because you probably don't want any outsider listening in to a conversation that our knight that is actually, the owner of this property.
Why don't we go ahead? We just got a room at the tavern. Why don't we go ahead into our room?
A tavern? What?
Oh, did you not see that on your walk?
It has probably the longest tavern name I've ever heard of.
I think it's kind of funny that it's sky and moon, and that's like suns.
They had to like put the sign on sideways in order to hang it.
What's the name of the tavern? The Sky and the Moon, and the sign is on sideways.
I mean, I'm
Canon.
Yeah, it is.
I guess so.
It's canon now.
The wasn't it See the Sky and the Moon's Eye Tavern Inn?
What?
See the Sky, Moon's Eye, Tavern, and Inn.
See this?
God! Vok, as you tell him, will angrily rub his temples and be like, you gotta understand that the people that want to spend money at these places, that's not the place they want to spend their money at. It's too long. It sounds... It doesn't sound...
I'm gonna walk away.
Hey!
Is there any shops open left? Is there any kind of shops?
Yeah.
'Cause I need to get some new clothes.
Sure. There's quite a few shops. You just
Don't
look for,
take
like a
too
general shop.
long. I have to talk to you guys.
Oh,
No.
hold on! I got something for you. I forgot. I'm reaching my bag, like walking away. Yeah, clothing is one thing I'm looking for.
DM, I want to make a note to find binoculars the next time that I would see binoculars for sale. I would like to buy them so I can pull them out in this instance when Finch is using his little dwarf fucking hands so I can see him flipping me off.
My hands are bigger than your fucking hands, dude. I got massive dwarf hands.
Then one of his hands. One of his hands is huge. Even though it's the same fingers.
Yeah, at least I have a middle finger in that.
I have half the rocker and the windshield wiper on my left hand. That's all I got.
Anyway, yes, clothing.
So
one.
There's Freud's Furs, which sells like furs. You can find clothes there. They'd be fur, presumably. There is Fimbic and Sons, which is like a general store. There's Tim's trade team, which is like a trading outpost. You might be able to find something there.
I'm going there.
Tim's trade team. Cool. You go in and it's decently sized room. Looks like antique shop, just like a collection of random things, and then there's a counter at the back of the store.
I'm gonna look around first before, if I don't know if I see anybody, but I'm gonna look around and see if I find any clothing that look like it might fit me. Definitely, I'm
Sure.
not looking to have clothing made, but anything secondhand is fine if it fits.
Sure. You find like commoner clothes, right?
Yeah.
So like a basic trousers and like a white
Tunic.
tunic. Yep, thank you. Couldn't think of the word.
It has like the
Um,
open V with the string on
yep.
it, and like the
Just like
sleeves,
super
like,
basic
fur
commoner
length
clothes.
for a dwarf, and have like the
Mhm.
big hood on them. Very
Yep.
Viking-esque.
Yep, just like regular old common clothes.
Yeah.
But they look like they'd fit.
All right. Pair of boots.
Sure, they're like not quite your style, or more like cowboy boots sort of thing. But they're leather. They look nice.
I still can't wear shoes. Like, and the whole time, you just like, so when I buy my clothes, I buy my pants, I buy the tunic, cloak of any kind. Any maybe I'll go to the furs. Maybe I'll stop at the furs place to get a cloak.
Sure.
Yeah. Evening.
There's a human man, sort of mid-sized beard, bald head. He's wearing like a yellow shirt.
Evening, sir.
Hey,
I will take these items from you.
awesome. So I say it's a gold.
Oh, okay. Pricey. Thank you.
Hey, yeah,
Do you mind if I get dressed right here?
there's a changing room right there.
I know, but do you mind if I get dressed right
I do mind.
Okay, then I will go.
Okay.
I don't like small rooms.
Is the changing room backlit so you only see the silhouette? You
See
know,
the
from
shadow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hold on,
Through-
wait. I think
through
I can
the-
do this. I can do this. No, I don't think I can.
No, not quite.
Try to cast my shadow, but the light's
Not
not
quite.
coming up.
It doesn't work right.
Hold on.
Oh,
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Anyways,
yeah.
This is like the sexiest part of like a movie from the 50s.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll get changed and I'll come out. Ugh. Thank you again, sir, for your kindly service.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. Oh,
Later.
have a good day.
Thanks.
Awkward jackass I've ever met. Like, walk out. I will head to the furs place to get a fur. I'm just looking for like a. I don't even really want a fur cloak, but it's got a little fur. That's fine. I'm just looking for like a hood-bound nice cloak.
Sure. So you go in Freud's Furs. You see it's Halfling Man. He's sort of up on the counter right now, working on some piece of fur clothing. Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm just looking for a simple traveling cloak. All my clothes stopped fitting me extremely quickly. Don't really have a better explanation.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Let me see here.
Winter.
Sort of steps down.
Blame it on winter. You hear in your mind.
Pulls out a few different options. He's got like a black leather one with some fur like around the shoulders.
You're John.
No hood. Very Jon Snow, but no hood. And he's got one. It's like more entirely fur, but it does have a hood.
I will go with the Jon Snow.
All right, here you go, sir. The fur is like a light and dark brown, sort of patchy.
Like
Okay.
bear
Thank you.
or wolf.
Bear or something weird. That's not in our world. Who knows?
All right. Thank you again.
Let's say 2 gold.
2 gold. Pressure.
So, if you know, if Finn is going on his mid-change campaign race crisis, and going to find stuff to cover that up, if I can grab Jaden and Roland, and it is Paul close.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I will pull Paul away, and I want to have my mannerisms to Larsha in this instance to be like urgent in a training kind of, like I want to say, Paul, I need you, corner building, 10 steps,
Right.
take a left down the alley, find the broken door, go in there and meet us. Say
Sure.
that to him in a dad kind of directive mannerism, but
Yep.
look at Larsha and be like, I'm testing.
Sure.
I'm testing times, and as he walks away, I want to clock his movements, how he moves, and
Okay.
if he just listens to the directions and walks down the alley and takes a right,
10
doesn't
steps in,
care,
right.
or if he stops at the alley and he looks, these are all things that I've
Right.
kind of been working with Paul, so this is a good spot to
Okay.
influence that.
Roland, go ahead and roll a d20 for Paul.
Oh my god, I wish I was a little bit barred so I could give you advantage just for my own training purposes.
Truly the most average you could possibly roll on a d20. 11.
Okay. All right.
See, that's not bad. It's just
No.
he probably just follows the directions and
So he follows 10 steps. He does sort of stop and look. Then he just goes in,
and
basically following your directions. But you
All
do
right.
see there's a bit of conscious, practical thinking on his part.
my movement is
He's not
40.
blindly following.
So as I'm saying this to Larsha and Paul takes off, can I double back around to an alley that I told him to go and kind of surprise him?
Be waiting there for him? Sure.
Yeah. And just grab him. Doesn't matter where we are. You have to be on your heels. You have to listen. Roll the proverbial windows down and pay attention to your surroundings. Follow me. As Finch is doing his shop. Just to-
only a couple things I want to check on. Anywhere I can at least find a replacement breastplate, or I can just buy some armor so I'm not less.
Okay. You find Daima and Sons, which is just has like a super generic anvil and hammer sign.
Yeah.
You walk in. It's a small blacksmithing shop.
Hello there. Is anyone here?
One moment. I hear from
Alright.
like a back room. You see,
I'm wearing my. I took the time to put my new digs on because I didn't look so
Sure.
uncomfortable. I still don't wear shoes.
Okay. You get your like fat
They're not as cool as
Fat chunky cankles.
Yo,
like
Yeah.
it's like a,
Oh, definitely cankles.
there
it's like
is
watch it's a new but like newborn baby skin. Like it's like I haven't developed calluses for this new body.
Yeah. So
there-
And I've been walking on my feet since I was born.
there is something about this aspect of this reincarnation that way down the road we're going to be in a cavern or somewhere where we need to listen for footsteps, and we're going to be able to distinguish Finn's fat dwarven halfling feet compared to Boots. And I love it. I love that this is the aspect of Finch that you decided to keep was the halfling feet. And I think we should
So you see what you would recognize as a gnome,
Mm.
slightly different than a halfling, though most people just call them small folk.
I will
It
nod and
comes
I'll
out-
say Master Gnome. Good evening.
Oh, good evening. What can I do for you? And he sort of hops up on his stool. Very short for even a gnome.
Oh, well, recently, I'm a adventuring type, I guess is the correct term. My friend would use. And I used to wear this, and I'll pull out the hunk of breastplate. I used to wear this, but someone mangled it.
I
I'm trying to
see.
fix it. I'm just wondering if you have anything comparable that I could purchase. Commission, if it's not going to take too long. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be in town, but I'll be in town for a day or so at least.
Okay. Let me see. And he starts going through like a chest.
Well, I'd like take
that
any
says-
upgraded availability you have. I understand limited time.
I don't believe I have anything better than that. And he starts like going through and he pulls out like a breastplate. He's like, that's hold on. Comes out with like a measuring tape and it's gonna measure you. He measures your belly. He goes, and he measures the rest of you. Okay.
Thick shouldered, not thick waisted.
No. Okay. And he pulls out and he's got a breastplate. It looks like it'll fit. It's
Right.
dwarven sized. So it's actually not too much different than your halfling, but it's accommodating to the larger shoulders and the thicker frame.
Understood. Well,
What
Should
am
be
I
quite
showing
nice.
here? My grandfather did the prices for these. So let me just check through our books.
no problem.
Jesus Christ. Our books say 400 gold here.
Oh. Oh. Yep.
Alright, I could, if you want to commission that one to be resized, I could do it for probably only a little.
No, I don't want to.
No. Services, sorry, are mostly just, I mean, stuff like this we hardly ever get to do, so.
No, it didn't mean. The old one didn't mean much to me.
It'd be much
Honestly,
cheaper,
it feels
though.
like. What?
It'd be much cheaper, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, I understand. How long would it take?
He'll grab the old breastplate.
And it wouldn't protect as much. It was given to me by a halfling friend, so it was designed for a halfling.
Right. I could probably have it. Push this off. I can wait. I could have it done by tomorrow night.
And I'll make you a deal if you're willing. How much would you charge to fix this?
I could fix this for 30 gold.
It's a big risk not having armor tonight. From what I hear goes on in this town.
No, I mean, they'll take your money from you, but usually it's just a small beating, if anything.
Nobody takes money from my hands unless it's given without a fight.
Fair enough.
Here, take it. It's not doing me any good. So, what about this? I'll give this to you for you to fix up.
Mm-hmm.
I will buy the breastplate that you have. If I don't need it, though, tonight, could I return it back in exchange for this one?
Minus the 30 gold.
Minus the gold to fix it, of course. And maybe you keep a little extra for your troubles.
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
I'm just a little nervous about being unprotected tonight.
Fair enough. Just
yeah.
He like goes to hand it to you and he's like, just keep whatever you're doing away from here, yeah?
Of course. If I don't come back, then you've got my gold.
Fair enough.
So I will give him the 400 gold.
Mm-hmm.
My intention is to wear this, and if I don't get into any trouble by the time my old armor's fixed, I will return it.
Mm-hmm.
If I do get into trouble, I'm going to be very grateful that I spent that 400 gold.
Yes, you are.
So if I can't return it, then that's fine. Then he can. The idea is that he can then fix mine and sell it to somebody else.
And sell it for Cool. Yeah.
You muted.
Thank you. I literally bought a fucking button that colors up to tell me when I'm muted, and I still don't pay attention to it. I apologize. Before Finch returns, do I have a second to debrief Jaden and Roland?
Sure, yeah.
I would like one because I feel like I would debrief them a tad bit different than I would debrief Finch.
Sure. How about this? Let's go to break. You can debrief them on break since we haven't had a break yet, and then we'll come back after that.
I wasn't gonna say powering through.
What's that?
I wasn't gonna say anything. I thought we were just powering through.
Here.
No, we had a late start, so we'll take a quick break.
A quick break here. Let me mute this.
You didn't update us with info.
Yeah,
Just kind of got sidetracked.
So
We'll figure it out. I'm down to do it if people can make it work.
That's all. All I'm saying is if we can put in a campaign next week, I would rather do this than a random one shot or something.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So we're back.
All right, and welcome back.
Welcome back.
So Finch returns from his shopping
about stuff.
in his new garb. Commoner's
Jaden
clothes.
is slowly getting more impatient and impatient
Jaden,
as we go on.
would you like to go to the temple?
Not yet.
If
Boss said no, sorry.
Hey, real quick. Over there. Road symbols. Road symbols.
That confirms some information that we got as well.
Yep.
The thing that worries me about this is it was one of the first houses that I encountered on coming into this town. I'm not saying we can't influence these guys because I really think there is a fine line between being on the wrong side of the thread that we teeter. You know, we don't have to go slay him or knock down doors. I want you to know the presence is here. Let's play to it. Let's see maybe if they're good. If they're good informants to the road, then we have a highway of false information that we can feed them. And if they do that well, then maybe we can pinch them and pull them into ours.
Sure.
But, you know, that house over there, they come out and they look skittish. I wouldn't waste a second. Put them down, hold them, capture them. Don't let them run.
I think just from what we found out, it seems that they have, it seems, potentially stolen texts and other sentimental items of value of the church
What we heard.
or a temple, and we're now blackmailing them.
Oh, well, you know what then? Fuck everything that I said. I'm not an overly religious guy, but you don't fucking cross that line. So maybe we do go knock on a door if you wish.
You're
I
playing
know a
with my
door.
emotions.
What's that, Finch?
I said you're playing with my emotions. I don't know what to do.
No, I heard that. It's just like the tone in your voice. I almost expected it to be, you know, an octave or two higher. Shorter.
So you guys are headed towards the temple?
Temple?
I think we should.
All right. You head north a few blocks, and you come up to the temple doors. It's this, this is, fuck, you would notice, contrary to the other buildings, this one is brick built. Seems more well made, like more care was put into it.
Is it?
Go.
The bricks still the same color, just smaller and
No,
look
these
nicer?
are like these look more like they're like a gray color.
Probably so they were probably pulled from, you know,
somewhere else.
yeah.
On the way to church, I'll just like to quick word with Vark, say just since we know that they have some involvement here, you do you.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know you from, the mortar and the brick over there. I knew the guy that you filled in or replaced for a lot better.
Of course.
I just don't think we should push. This feels like a place that's ready to have a firework. I think we'll know who is the
I'm simply a paladin of suns coming to a place, a temple of suns, to pray.
Exactly.
That's all I'm here for.
and that I appreciate that. I'm not a holy guy. Vok is pure atheist. So I don't. He wouldn't be dismissive. He is receptive to any idea that has like a step in it, anything like that.
Sure.
I appreciate that. Just saying.
It's fine.
It smells here. It smells. So be on the lookout.
That's what I'm having this word for you, to do.
But pull my ear out and see if I can hear the spattering of mud on cobblestone from Finch's, dwarven.
So you walk up to the door. It's got a knocker.
I'll try and take point if
Sure. Yep.
nobody else
Roll a 25
disagrees.
stealth.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull back and watch if anybody reacts to the people that our party
Sure.
entering this.
Perception, and Jaden, you just knock on the door.
Yep.
All right. The door sort of creaks open, and you see a man in. Let me look here. In like gray and white robes with a large silver medallion. He's got like the old man hair, right? Like no hair on here, just the sides and the back. And a long gray beard. Sorry, it's just what it is. He sort of opens it and begins to like say something before noticing you and your attire and your station. He sort of, please come in. He sort of opens the door for you all the way.
Thank you.
Did the rest of you enter as well? You notice just off to the sides, against two buildings, sort of near the temple, you see just two individuals, just sort of arms crossed, leaning up against some buildings, just watch you guys enter.
Can I take a step back and find a position to maybe hop up on a second story to a roof using my
Sure, so you sort of
new arm to latch
watch
up?
them go in, and
Yeah.
you sort of just keep going, disappear into an alleyway. Make an acrobatics check.
I am trying to do Eagle Eye right now and provide oversight. Ah, fuck! Acrobatics! God damn! I will say that I wish the rolls that I had tonight were ones when I was running because it would be a different situation for you guys. I just rolled a 16. Acrobatics is +7, so 23.
Bang.
Imagine
So-
maybe the first landing's a little heavy because this is the first time really integrating what I do
I was
with my arm.
with the arm. Yep,
Yeah.
I rolled to subtract a little bit off of it. But you still sort of manage with the arm. It scrapes a little bit against a brick as you're climbing up, but otherwise you manage pretty well with it. You get up on top of a building, so if there's the temple at the very top, and then here's the other two buildings, you're sort of off to the side here, looking down. You can see the courtyard, a sort of courtyard in front of the temple, and the two individuals that are just still standing there, arms crossed.
I'm gonna take one of the wraps that I have that contain probably a few mundane items that I might use in certain missions. Put them on the roof and use that wrap to kind of hide from me a little bit more. You know, that whole psyche element of you cover it up. It becomes.
Yep.
And I'm watching. I want reactions because that gives us intel.
Yep. All right.
And I trust my party, which I think outside of most of the party splits that I've been a part of, I want to relay to you guys that the only reason I'm doing this is because I actually trust my party.
The rest of you enter the temple, and it's mostly just a wide open space. There's some dedicated prayer spots along the sides of the walls. They're just their own little sort of circular areas with some pillows, and there's a statue of Sans, which is this like classic sort of Greek hero type of like, you know, perfect body, clean shaven, long hair, you know, very classic physique look, and he's sort of standing head up, arms out. What are you doing? You see there's this individual. You can see there's another younger man in the similar sort of robes, and a bald man in the same robes, sort of sitting at the back.
What's the tense level? Is this like just a random person walking in? Is there no? You know what?
For like,
you know what I'm saying, guys? Like,
Do they seem tense that we're here?
yeah,
Do they seem...
exactly.
Sorry, say that again. My headphones died.
Do they seem tense that we're here, like?
Oh,
They don't want us to be here.
You get the sense that they are nervous. Not that they don't want you there necessarily, but definitely some beads of sweat, eyes sort of flickering around.
This is later at later at night too.
Yeah, this is like probably 8:30, 9-ish. Maybe even pushing 9:30. Jaden, make me a perception check. And Rowland or Finch, if you guys want to make one too, go ahead.
Well, then 18.
18. Okay.
Natural 20.
Nah,
For a
20.
For a 27.
Dang. Rowland?
I got a 7.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Makes sense.
Cool. Real cool.
So, Jaden, you see this man who sort of greeted you and let you in. He sort of just keeps eyeing the other side of the room, like the back of the room. You just see him sort of looking over there occasionally. Finch, you notice him particularly looking at a door. Like there's 2 or 3 doors at the back of the room that lead to whatever is in the rest of the temple. But you see him looking at one door in particular. Almost unconsciously too. You don't see him like lingering on it, you'll just see his eyes like flick over there. And you see like his posture is, though at you guys, you see like his feet are always like pointed at that door.
How many people were outside the temple when we came in?
You probably would have seen the 2 that Fuck saw as well, that were just leaning up against some houses, and watched you guys enter. But besides that, you didn't see anyone else.
And I probably wouldn't. I have a 21 passive, so I wouldn't have relayed any, wrongdoing feel, right?
No, right.
No, I'll just simply relay to a priest in front of me. I'm simply here for. I wish to simply pray to Sans.
Of course. Choose any of our prayer spots that you'd like.
Quick, I'd like to speak to, I believe his name was Anton, head priest here.
You sort of bows. This is me myself.
That's it.
Is there any
How can I help you?
I could privately pray, or is it no?
If you'd like, I could help you in attaining your own materials to make your own prayer circle in your home.
Yes, no, but there's no private places to pray.
I'm afraid not.
Interesting. I'll go back to looking around.
I was just wondering, obviously, we strolled in, obviously for accommodated rooms, as you would. And we got talking, and we met a lovely girl named Faye. And seeing my attire, she mentioned you.
A lovely girl.
Interesting. Oh.
What?
What's behind those doors?
Extra. Why?
That just seems strange. That's
He
guy in room and then just like,
he's not used to temples, so he can be quite a curious one.
You just said there was nowhere private. Just curious. Sorry, I'm a curious guy.
It's extra supplies and oils and.
Of course, as one needs.
I'll start. I'll walk off to his side, start doing like my own prayer circle and stuff. But then what I want, go to reach my prayer book and all my prayer oils and stuff. So I do apologise, head priest. It seems I ran out of oils in my last stop. And perhaps I can perhaps go.
I could go retrieve some for you. One moment.
Jaden, I'm gonna step out.
Of course.
You have fun praying.
Of course.
He goes back into one of the doors.
I want to go to the front door and open it. Do I see anybody out there?
You see those 2 individuals that were leaning up against the houses, still just sort of there.
Are they?
I'm gonna sneeze. and shut the door real quick while I'm inside and go invisible.
What's their reaction?
So you walk outside, sneeze, and shut the door like at the same time.
No, so I don't want to actually go out.
Okay, so you like pretend to.
Like
open
I
the
said
door.
to him, I'm leaving. I poke my head out and go, oh, sneeze because I wanted to have a reason why I was sticking my head outside.
Right.
And I'm going to shut the door and go invisible.
Okay.
So that way, like, it seems like I left.
Okay,
I'm eyeballing these
I'll-
fucking dudes too. So
Yeah.
I want to see their reaction to.
They both sort of look and see him stick his head out and sneeze, and then like look at each other.
They acknowledge each other.
They do, and then they just sort of shake their heads and remain in their spot. Finch, go ahead and I'm going to remind you there's 2 other individuals in here
Oh,
that were watching you leave.
okay. I thought he was the only priest. I missed that.
Yeah, there was 2 more at the back of the room.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Just
weird
sort of
people.
wandering.
Weird people do weird things, and you know.
I don't know. I'll try to do it sneakily, but
Okay.
I don't want to do it.
Make a stealth check.
He could technically use my stature as cover.
Yeah, maybe. It's gonna be hard.
It's not a huge roll, but I have a good stealth. It's a 15.
15. Okay. 1 second, fuck. You open the door, you sneeze, you shut it, and you go invisible. And as you do, you sort of turn around, and you see one of the priests is just like looking around, like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
Like, doesn't like acknowledge what happened, but it's like,
Yeah.
where did he go? Like, notice that you just kind of disappeared in front of the eyes, but doesn't know what to think about it. It's just like,
Yeah, exactly.
what the hell?
And then I'm gonna try to make my way close to those doors to see if I can try to glean what's behind
Okay.
it. But
Give me another stealth check with advantage because you're invisible. Fuck, what did you want to say? Or ask?
Is there a window or not? Not
19.
obviously the door that Finch is messing with, but another
Right.
point that I can see within 40 feet of me. If not, I would like
Into
to
the-
position so I can get get down to
Right.
level ground, look through the window, maybe tap once, and when I do that, I'm going to say out loud, "Man, I wish Wimpy was here." Because Wimpy always saw me. He always saw me.
So there's not a window like right near you, so you hop down,
Move around.
go over and find a window on the western side. You sort of peek in. You see Jaden is there praying. Rowland's just sort of like standing awkwardly near Jaden.
I think if anything, standing at vigil behind Jaden.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Maybe much in honor, but in
Yep.
honor of Jaden as he performs this, because I do understand it. in
I
some way.
would offer him a spot if he would like to. Roland?
Yeah, he's gonna try.
Okay. So
I'll try and
you look in, and both of their backs are turned.
I'm like
You
waving.
don't see Finch.
Is the window free?
No, I imagine these windows don't open. They're like shut, sealed.
All right. Back against the wall because I was trying to alert fucking
Yep.
my guys. That's not working. Now I'm adjusting height levels. Now I'm on street level, back against the wall, kind of like move to where I can I know where these two guys are, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna position myself in a shadow, just outside of their distance, and I'm gonna put my blowgun away because I was literally gonna blowgun Rayolan to get his attention, but that doesn't work. Boomerang is in hand. Dagger. Well, actually, you know what? Dagger goes away because I can't grab it with 2 fingers in my left hand. And I'm right-handed, so Boomerang has to be in my right hand.
Boomerang is out. All right. So you're now waiting in the shadows. Finch, what are you doing? You're going up to the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and see what I can hear, what I can perceive, if I can catch a glimpse of what's behind there.
Okay, so you listen in, and you hear some, like, fiddling. Someone, like, moving through something, digging through something. And then you hear some, like, conversation. And you hear a slap. Whoosh.
Oh.
Some, like, muddled comment. Then you see the door open. You sort of back up.
And I
You
see
see it.
inside.
You peek inside. Make me a perception check.
There's not enough space for me to try to sneak in there while he shuts it, is there?
You could try, but you gather it'd be really risky.
15. That's a 22 perception.
22 perception.
Do I have eyes on this?
Not now. No,
No?
not where you're positioned.
Okay.
You see inside. You see there's stacks of candles. There's boxes of something, and you see like the form of a female in like deep red cloths. And then the door shuts.
All right.
And he
I'm
walks
gonna
out.
stand near. I'm gonna stand near that door.
Okay. Just sort of listening in there. He brings out the oils and he provides you with a new prayer book as well. Like it.
Oh, thanks, Red Priest. I'll
All the things you might need.
finish up for prayer. I'll lead Roland through it.
Can I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see under a crack? Can I see in the keyhole? Is there anywhere I can see into that room while it's
The door shut. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Ooh,
You
that's
sort of
not
try
bad.
to look under the door.
It's a 19 and a 14, but I haven't added my pluses, so
Yep.
21.
21. Okay. So you peek under the door, getting real low, and you can see there's where the door's not quite attached right, so there's a larger gap near the back of the door, closer to the hinges. You peek under there, and you can see looks like 3 people in there, all in these red robes, and you see their feet are dirty and weathered, and 2 of them look like halfling feet. You can see like the hairy feet. You see they're sort of moving around in there. You can hear
Okay.
some conversation.
I have to look at how these abilities work because I have something I want to do,
Okay.
but it's gonna be real risky.
You have
Okay.
that moment of where you see halfling hairy feet and you look at your now dwarven, non-hairless, kind of fat
Non-hairy
feet, webbed
So,
toes,
I got-
and you know.
I have mechanic questions.
Okay.
I have mechanics questions.
All right.
A round is 6 seconds.
Yep.
So in 12 seconds, which is a good amount of time, and actually, no, 12. Oh, fuck. 18 seconds. It's going to take me 18 seconds to do this, which might be a long time. And it could blow up in our faces. To manifest Echo inside that room while invisible,
And then
teleport switch,
Can you
and
do
then
that?
dismiss.
Can you do that?
Mechanically, I can.
If he could see into it.
Because you
Yeah.
turned invisible the round previous, right? Is that why? I'm just.
Yep.
I don't. I want you to do this. I'm just saying.
So, okay.
I wanted. I'm like Jeff right now. I want. I want to know
I
how.
think, Noah, total this will take 18 seconds
Okay.
to manifest my Echo within that room.
Okay.
Then, with another bonus action on my next turn,
Right.
teleport switch with the my Echo.
Okay.
And then I believe, let me double check, it could be a free action to do it, so. To dismiss my Echo. It's another bonus action to dismiss it.
Okay.
So that's 3 turns, 18 seconds.
Yep. So you want to spawn your Echo in there, swap, and then get rid of the other one. And then get rid of your Echo.
And I'll still be invisible. Because it's concentration, I'm not concentrating on any other spell or anything.
Okay.
How long's your invisibility
and
last?
it is a class feature, I believe.
1
not a
hour.
spell.
Oh, and does it read like regular invisibility when you
Yeah,
cast
it's
it?
just invisibility.
Does it drop if you do something else?
It says,
Attack,
Uh,
cast spell,
if
or...
I end a target, if I attack or cast a spell. Now, this is a class feature, it's not casting a spell.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
or
technically-
or you could do it as you enter the room. You pull up that feature, right? Because it's free.
What is?
Well, if you go invisible and
I'm
you-
already invisible, I can't do it again if I drop it. What?
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Finch is doing this.
Yeah, I think if I think I can do it, I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead and roll me a.
He's looking under there and he's doing the math. He's like,
Right, he's trying to. Right. What the gamble is, will they not notice a shadowy halfling in 6 seconds? That's the.
not a halfling, though anymore.
you don't know what my Echo looks like.
Oh, actually, that's
You haven't
Oh,
seen my
shit.
Echo when I'm a dwarf.
Oh shit!
That's what your gamble is will they notice
Yeah, is the echo
Echo Finch
like
in 6
goes
seconds?
shadowy in any sorts? Does he get advantage on any?
No, there's no mechanical
technically
features.
doesn't.
It's just effects.
I imagine it like Vanta Black.
Yeah,
Like just this. You know.
but there's no. It's just a shadowy echo of myself or my
I
former self.
apologize for asking all these questions. I normally don't ask
No.
them when I'm running because I want to push the game along, but now I'm learning.
No, you're good.
I'm learning.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it up to percentile. It's really gonna be random chance if they're looking in that direction or not.
Fair,
So
fair.
go ahead and
I
roll
will.
me
I will. It's 15 feet away, so I will try to get as corner as I can.
Yeah,
Like,
right in the corner. You're gonna put it in a shadow, so your chances aren't bad.
I got. Are you rolling a percentile or am I?
You roll it.
Okay. What am I looking for? Anything, or you just want me to tell you what I get?
Tell me.
25.
25. Okay. So it appears there. You wait, listening. Nothing. Next
I'm gonna
round,
teleport.
you appear inside the room. Where do you're a shadow, you swap, right? So
You
where
swap.
were you? Where were you?
I was next. I was looking down at the crack, so I was
On the
right in front of the door.
In the corner. Okay. You wait. The other one's gone. You're in the room. So you look around the room now. It's a L-shaped room, and you could see the figures are just sort of barely around the corner of the L. So you creep from the corner, make another stealth check with advantage. Yeah, fuck.
As this is happening, because it's multiple turns, right? I have my boomerang out, watching these suspicious dudes on the brick, because I know it's solid.
23.
I'm just gonna go tap 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 tap, and just, maybe I'll throw like a cough or an excuse me if someone walks by, but I'm gonna do in syncopation this symbol, hoping that the people inside know at least, I would assume that they would know only I am probably smart enough to do this, because I'm a lot smarter than Finch, right?
I don't know what your intelligence model
Just a little bit.
I got a 16, bro.
Yeah, you're a little smarter than me. All right.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of internally panicking, invisible.
So you creep around the corner, and you can see now there's...
This is like just in Finch's head, but in his head he's just like, still got it.
I like to think that Finch still thinks in his halfling voice.
Oh, no. Finch's voice is way up here.
Yeah.
In his head.
That's amazing.
Is it deeper now that you're a Durgar? Is it actually?
Yeah, no. I don't know if you legitimately noticed. I went from talking up here to talking down here.
Yeah, I would assume that for us it's the same cadence or delivery that Finch had. So
it's just deeper.
It might take a second or two for us to,
Yep. So you come around the corner, you see one woman, human. She has dark, black, thin hair, goes down to about her shoulders, or past her shoulders. And she's wearing these thick red robes. She's sort of just standing there, looking at the door intently. She got these long, black nails. Very thin, almost skeletally thin. Not undead, but just really thin.
Can I make a request?
Yes.
I want to make a decision tonight. I'm just gonna keep watching, but it's past midnight.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it up here in just a second.
I'm not doing anything.
You see another halfling man, bald head, similar red robes, and a halfling woman, shorter brown hair, thick black makeup, and these red robes. And they're all just sort of standing there. The human woman, just staring at the door. The other two are leaned up against the walls, almost in a semi-circle, just looking at each other, waiting.
And then it just dawned on Finch that he can't get out the same way he came in.
And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Are all of you good to run this back next Saturday?
I cannot confirm yet.
All right.
I'm good. I can confirm right now.
I'm gonna say no right now, just because I'm supposed to have every other Saturday off.
Right. And I will say the selling pitch to your wife is you would have the following 2 Saturdays off, as we are going to not stream on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, because you should do you. And if we're gonna hang out together on those, we don't need to be streaming to do us. All right. So I think that's good. I will update the schedule once we confirm. And fuck it, yeah. Good job.
We'll see you
Fucking like this
Tuesday.
shit. I like it. I like it. Yeah,
I'm
Tuesday.
excited to see Noah's character.
Ooh. Yeah, and tune in. You got oddballs. Oddballs
Like
there.
and subscribe, and you punch that notification bell.
Yeah.
I'm Mike.
I'm Mike.
Just
You know
pick
what?
a mic.
When we don't have a mic, we should have one of the mics record the like and subscribe, and I'll just fucking
Just a sound.
I'll just punch
And
it
you know-
in at the side. We can pull it up in like a screen and do like a little video. That's appropriate.
And then after, we can say we had a mic check.
Ooh, nice mic check.
Ooh.
I like it.
Ooh.
No, now I want to get Flash and do like a whole promotional video. But like, do you know that every hour someone doesn't like a subscribe a notification bell,
If
panda dies.
Flash is so Mike's delivery can be so flat that it's like
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like
great.
a little unnerving and hilarious at the fucking same time. So I like that. I like that. We should do some promotional shit. I think the shop will pay for that, man. So
As I said at the start of the stream, if you want me to do something, I will do. Like Andy said, a reading thing. Just you gotta select what I'm reading, and I will literally sit here with the poshest cup of tea I can, and I will read.
you get a
Wait,
pot.
here.
Oh, here,
I bet my wife would pay for that.
Here, this is what we're gonna do.
here's the thing. Every time we have a DM question, we write it down. And then we have Kieran with his cup of tea and his biscuits read the rules as written to every question in the campaign to clarify it. Oh my gosh, that would...
We gotta do it.
Sorry.
I could just see like a draw, like a let's draw. Like I'll just draw while you read rules.
No, dude, you just start cover to cover the player's handbook.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
So
he gets to the credit. He's
I-
just listing.
I love all this talk, and it's great. It's really great,
You
but
have
it's
to
not something
subscribe.
that people should be listening to unless they subscribe. So I'm gonna go ahead, log us off. Stay tuned to our schedule. I'll do my best to keep it updated, but hopefully we'll see you next. This Tuesday, for Tim's Widow's Favor campaign, and
Yeah.
next Saturday for another.